Hello and welcome back once again to another video. We're at a domestic customer and they've got some block drains. After that we're going back to the caravan park to do our annual tank clean. So I filmed one of the tanks for you. So if you like the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you.
Hello, I'm on TV. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
So we're at one of our domestic customers. Our tanker driver has done a tank empty and he's found that their drains are blocked. So what we're going to do is jet them through and hopefully get them clear. As you would have seen in the intro, their manholes up by the house are blocked and a couple of little drains and gullies and things as well. So we're going to jet up and yeah, hopefully we should be able to clear it from the tank end. Now, there's some chunks of grease and scale coming past, so makes you think that could be the cause of this blockage. Well, this looks promising. Our levels will drop right down on our manhole, so let's give this one a bit of a wash around. So there's actually two houses on this property. So the pipe on the left comes from one house, everything else comes down the main line and down a little branch line that's just out of shot on camera. We'll just leave this one running in here and then we should see it running into the manhole down by the tank end. So what I am going to do here is recommend a new lid because this one comes in two pieces. The riser on this manhole keeps popping off, so what I'm going to do is stick it back in now the blockage is clear, and I'm just going to put 3 little self-tapping screws in the corner, so in future if it does block, at least it's not going to lift the riser off and flood everywhere. Well, the tanker driver is just emptying the liquid that I've just put back in the tank, so let's stick the lid back on. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, there's actually 2 little arrows on these covers that's quite handy for lining them back up again for the screws, so I'll show you that now. Just there next to the screw hole on the frame and on the cover. No? Well, with this one done, that was actually my day done. I ended up going back and cleaning out a storage container. It's just full of absolute rubbish and nothing any of use to anyone other than loads of old drain fittings and things like that most of it went in the skip. But we then move on to the following day where we're going back to the Caravan site that we do annually, so you've probably seen this one before. I'm gonna film emptying the Blulu tank. So that is the tank that everyone tips all their chemical toilet waste and their caravans down. All goes into a big holding tank, and then we come round. I think we do it 6 monthly, but in the summer that's when we get the jetter there and we give it a good proper clean. So yeah, I filmed that one, so enjoy. The thing is, whenever I go to this caravan park, it's either a heat wave or it's absolutely hammering it down with rain. And the problem with these kind of sites is there's no shelter from anything. So you either end up getting burnt or soaking wet. So today we've got sun. Although to be honest, it wasn't overly hot, but it was hot enough that every opportunity I could have the aircon on in the van. Now, I'm going to play through this bit really quickly, but this is Cheddar Gorge. It's one of my favourite places to go and drive. I like taking my car down here in the summer. But yeah, if you want to see it in real time, I'll leave this clip at the end of the video. As I said, I'll leave that in full at the end of this video. It takes about 5 minutes to drive through there, but if you want to see it, it's a really nice place to drive through, so I think you'll like it. But yeah, onto this caravan site.
Spartan won't use that way.
Right, I'm going to turn the sound right down on this because this truck makes a really horrible noise. Leave your sound where it is though, because my voiceover is still going to be the same level, so I don't want to deafen you when I talk. But yeah, you don't want to hear the sound of this truck. It just makes a really horrible noise. So yeah, I don't want to deafen you with that. I think what I need is a bit of music or something that I can use, but I know music's a bit of a pain with YouTube, but I know Drain Clean in Australia does it. But yeah, I don't do music, but if anyone wants to send me something, feel free to. But yeah, you get the idea. We are pumping the tank down, and once we get rid of the worst of it, then we'll get the jetter in there and give it a good clean round. Now, believe it or not, this is probably the best I've ever seen this tank look. Usually it's solid top to bottom. Well, I think it's time for a bit of water. We're now going to move across to the other lid, and I'm going to wash it across to the vacuum hose. Really annoyingly, around about this point, we ran out of space on the truck. Where the truck had been empty and other tanks on site, he didn't have enough room for this last little bit. So how annoying is that? It's just like, really want to get this tank spotless. But we'll pick up the last little bit tomorrow because we're back on site again. Screwdrivers on. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like, leave a comment, I'll try and reply back to you, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And remember, at the end, I'm going to play you that video driving through Cheddar Gorge. If you haven't seen Cheddar Gorge, take a look, it's a lovely place. Yeah, it's about 5 minutes I think in total, but obviously if you don't want to watch it, don't bother, but I reckon you should. Sorry, but I just got to add this in. Look at this shop on the left. It's a Christmas shop. It's an all year round Christmas shop. I promise you the place is real.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.